Welcome back to another beautiful day in the land of music. My name is Douglas, and in today's video, we're going to be talking all things MPC Studio sound packs. So in this video, I'm going to show you how to download and install the sound packs, and then I'm going to open up the MPC2 software, and we're going to walk through the different components of the sound pack, play some sounds, and I'll show you how to get started with those. Really excited to jump into this. If you are brand new to the MPC Studio and you haven't plugged it into your computer or registered it yet, go check out my other video. I'm going to link it in the description below. And I walk step by step through getting connected and set up with the MPC Studio and your computer. So in this video, I'm going to assume you've already done that. You've got the MPC Studio software manager installed, and that is what we're going to do first. I'm going to jump over to the computer and let's open up the MPC Studio software manager. This is going to open up, and this is the central location where all of the included software and sound packs are for the MPC Studio. Up top here, we have our apps. You can see that I already have MPC2 installed. And if we open that up right now, I just want to show you what it looks like with no sound packs installed. So over here on the right-hand side, we have this expansions section and this filter section. And you'll notice they're both empty. I can go through the different icons in the filter, and I've got nothing in my media browser because I have no sound packs installed. Now, as I mentioned in my previous video, you could build your own program by selecting a plugin and then playing the sounds, but the sound packs give a lot of extra functionality to the MPC Studio. So let's go ahead and close MPC2 for now. We're going to go ahead and install a sound pack, and I'm going to show you what that looks like. So over here in the software manager, let's scroll down and you'll see we've got 10 different sound packs. And some of these are Essential Instruments, others are MPC Beats Editions. So lots of different sound packs to choose from. And the one that we're going to install today, as you'll see, I've got none of them installed, is this Producer Kits. We're going to start with that. You can view the details of each of these sound packs by clicking the little I, and that gives you details, how much space it's going to take on your computer, and a little description of the sound pack. I'm going to go ahead and close this. The Producer Kits is going to take about 1.5 gigs on my computer. And unfortunately, there's not a way to choose the content directory of the sound packs. So when they install, they're going to install to your C drive, and there's no way to change that. But I have heard of people using a symbolic link, and you can search on Google for symbolic link MPC sound packs. You can find some instructions on there. I tried for about an hour to get symbolic links to work on my Windows 10 computer with no luck. I was able to get the MPC2 software to open a couple of times, but it was extremely slow, and I just don't know if it's configurations in my computer or what. I tried downloading a little plugin thing that does the symbolic link maker for you. I tried everything and couldn't get symbolic links to work. Thankfully, I've got enough space on my C drive that I'm able to install at least some of these sound packs to my C drive. But if you don't have space and you want to try the symbolic link, you can go ahead and check out some of the instructions out there on the web for creating symbolic links. Give that a try. Maybe it'll work for you, and I'll keep trying. And if I get it, I'll make a video for you guys on that. But for now, we're just going to install these to our C drive. And you know, part of me understands why Akai went this way, is because it makes it really easy for their software to pick up any new sound packs you've installed, but it would have been really nice to have an option to change the content directory even from within the MPC2 software so that future sound packs could just be installed there. Anyway, it's not there, at least in this version. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and download and install the Producer Kits. And you can see I've downloaded all of mine. You may see a download instead of an install. So go ahead and download those. I did that in the first video I made. So what we're going to do is click the install button. And I have to click mine twice for some reason. I have no clue why. This is going to kick the installation process in, and it's going to install just like any other piece of software on your computer. Follow the prompts, and it's going to go through the install process. It may take a few minutes just because it's got to unpack about 1.5 gigs of WAV files and the different files that make up the sound pack. And now that it's completed the installation, we just click the Finish button. And you'll notice that Producer Kits now shows as installed. So now we can open up the MPC2 software. And you'll notice when that loads up that it immediately recognizes the sound pack that we just installed. And I've got my MPC Studio controller plugged into the computer with a USB. I've downloaded and installed the driver. All of that's hooked up and connected. And as you install more sound packs, you're going to see the icons load into this expansions area. And then you can highlight them by clicking on them, and it'll load up the different content within the media browser and the filter section. So underneath the filter section, we have a few subsections. We've got program, preset, project, sequence, and sample. And then down here, we've got our media browser where we can actually select from the various pieces of content within that subsection. So on programs are pre-built kits that you can play, get started really quickly. And what we can do is we can narrow these down by these filters here by just selecting a filter. And then that opens up our media browser with the content that's specific to the filter that we selected. So maybe we just want kits, and then we can open up a kit by double clicking on it within the media browser. So maybe we want the 80s kit F9 grid kit. We're going to double click on that, and you'll notice that my controller automatically updated to the pad colors and everything that we've got here on the screen. And then I can just start playing this. And I can have fun, right? So that's just one of the kits, and there's a ton of kits that come with this sound pack. So now let's move over to preset, and you'll see we have nothing here. These would be virtual instrument presets that have been configured for this sound pack. There aren't any. Projects would be any projects specific to this sound pack. Sequences, we can load up a sequence by filtering this list down to, let's say, house, and then double clicking on any of the media browser items. And what that is basically, if I hit play, it's a pre-built sequence using the sounds and the programs within the sound pack. Pretty cool. So what we can do is over on sample, this is actually where we can search for the individual samples that come with the sound pack. And these samples are what are used in the program. So it comes with a bunch of pre-built programs, but we can build our own programs by just accessing the samples. So if we went into here in the filter, we wanted instrument family drum, and then instrument, we wanted our, let's do a snare. So now we've got all of the snare samples, and there's a ton that come with this sound pack. So what I can do here now is I can either double click on this and it loads it into my sample bank right here. And then I can also drag that onto any one of my pads here. So let's actually move to B, and we can do that on the controller by just moving to the B button here. And then you'll see that I've got a blank set of pads. And what I can do is I can drag down that snare sound onto my pad here. And it says the sample exists because I already added it to my sample list. I can either cancel or replace this. I'm just going to replace it. And now when I play this, that's that sample there. I could drag in a few more onto these pads, replace, because we have a sequence loaded up. And I can play around with this and actually build my own program using the samples within the sound pack. So one thing that I wanted to also show here is you can sample the different sounds by selecting it and then clicking the little play. And that way you can sample them out without dragging them onto the pad, figure out which one you want, and then start to build your own program from there. So let's go back to program here, and let's just double click on another one of these programs. I'm gonna go back to my A bank. I could either click here or I could tap on the bank button here. So it doesn't just have to be drum sound. And you can start building beats just like that. So in the next video, I'm gonna actually talk about using the sound packs and recording your very first beat. So I'm really excited to dive into that with you guys. Hopefully this video has been helpful in downloading and installing the MPC sound packs. And then kind of learning how to use the different components of that sound pack to either play the sequences or the programs that come built for this sound pack, or to build your own program by using the samples. And in the next video, I'll cover a little bit more detail on how tracks work, how programs work, and how to navigate those within the controller, as well as the MPC2 software, and how that all fits together. And we'll actually record a beat and I'll show you how to layer sounds, and also some considerations around mute groups and things like that. So we'll talk about all that in the next video. Make sure you're subscribed so you don't miss that. If you've got any questions around the sound packs, throw those in the comments below. I'll do my best to answer them. Thanks for watching. Stay inspired and keep making that music.